Hey, English 101. It is February 14th, 2013. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great week. And let's get started with overviewing what you'll be doing this week in our class. So it's a new week, so we always start off with our calendar. So I'm going to hit the link over here on the menu list to the left. As always, our current week is the very first thing up. So this week, we know we're finishing up our E2 and our E1 assignments, right? Because I gave you an extension on that due date. So I just want you to remember that both of them are due on Monday. And that's a lot of points, right? It's two of our major assignments. So I hope that you all have set aside time this week to be able to do your due diligence and reviewing those assignments, finishing up any of your group aspects that you might have if you haven't already turned in that assignment. And of course, if you have any further questions about E2, please email me or sign up for a conference. Beyond that, this week, we're moving on to really work with the content that happens in the body sections of our compositions. So there's a video I want you to watch about audience analysis. There's also a video about organizational strategies. We're going to do a little activity. It's optional for you to kind of think through your audience, particularly for E2, when you had to choose an elected official in the state of Illinois as the person you're writing these position papers to. So working through that activity can kind of help you think about what they need to know, what they already know, what you can exclude from the paper, but what you absolutely might want to talk about. So those things are in that assignment as well. And then kind of last here, we have signups for our individual conferences. So the vast majority of you already had all of your group conferences. Some of you have even already had your individual conferences. You jumped in there quite fast and then you noticed the link was up a couple of days ago. But you do have to have two individual conferences with me in this class where we're going to discuss your E2 assignments, your upcoming E3 assignments, your writing in general, so that we can really focus on things that are pertinent for you and what your writing process looks like. So if you haven't signed up, that link is in the menu list to the left as well. So let's take a look at that. So right down here, it says sign up for a conference. It is a sign up Genius link, just like our other ones. So you'll see we already have lots of people in here. Pick a time that works for you. In picking these times, I really listened to the feedback that was given in that Google form about what days and nights, more nights than anything else, really work for you. So hopefully there'll be something on there that is easy for you to access in terms of your schedule. If there's not, please email me and we can add something to the schedule. But those of you that have really challenging schedules, as soon as you get off this video, I really suggest you click that link and at least sign up for your first conference, because the earlier you sign up, the better chances are you're going to be able to find a date and time that works for your busy lives. With that said, we're going to go ahead and click on the discussion board. As always, each week we have our discussion board that becomes available on Monday. So discussion board number 5 has been available to you since yesterday, of course, and it's due on Monday, right? So some of you have gotten really good at this and you always have your post in and you make really good replies to your classmates, and I appreciate that. There's others of you that I feel like forget almost every week, like, oh no, I gotta do the discussion board. So I just want to encourage you that we will have one every single week to kind of get in the pattern of making sure that you do that. This week's discussion board is very similar to week 4 discussion board, except this time I'm asking you to post a copy of a body paragraph you've written for any of the 3 papers you've been involved with this semester so far. So it can be a body paragraph from our E1 group assignments. It can be a body paragraph from either your for or your against position paper. And if you haven't started writing your position papers, oh my gosh, they're due Monday. So go ahead and do that, and then that will help with this as well. I also suggest that you post a paragraph that you're not absolutely in love with, right? The point of these paragraphs and doing these activities is to get feedback from each other. So if you pick a paragraph that you think really needs some help, hopefully you'll get that from your classmates, right? So that's my suggestion to you. And then lastly, I just want to draw your attention to our weekly materials link. You'll see the audience analysis video is the first thing. So it's made in Prezi. It's going to walk you through some concepts. And then you have this second link here that is a fillable form. So it's going to allow you to answer questions about your target audience. Again, I highly suggest you use your target audience for your E2 assignment. As I said, we have an organizational strategies video, a handout, a transition guide, and also I've put in here too, just so that you have it in multiple places, the link to sign up for your conferences. And that's about it, guys. I again hope you have a great Valentine's Day. Hope you have a great week. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email me. Otherwise, I'll see you in Zoom.